Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Grimloper. This is episode 20, and I had a very interesting episode last time with, we were trying to leave the Coastal Highway, and in our haste to get out, I wouldn't call it haste, I guess haste isn't the right word. In our attempt to leave, we managed to box in a doe and worked to our advantage because we were able to hunt it. And we ended up gathering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kilos of meat and some fat. Let's go ahead and eat a couple of the ones we've got here. And kind of got a little strange because we couldn't find it. We didn't know where it ran off to. I knew it was going to be off in some corner, some weird spot. We're a bit overweight. That's okay. I think we'll just drop this fat outside. I don't think we're too worried about that. One thing I do have a question. Where are we at? We're almost at cooking 5. Okay, so we're getting to that point where eating things that. What I'd like to do is before it becomes nightfall, we're still fighting cabin fever and a sprain to the wrist, so we can't hunt. No big deal. So I'd like to warm up here. Actually, you know what? What's something we can repair? This is what we've been doing. How about this? There we go. Now we're warmed up. We got quite a bit of energy.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
No, you can't. No, you can't. All right. Weather's decent. It's foggy. It's only one down. We'll gather sticks along the way. And we'll cook this food. And we'll sleep in one of the caves. As we work our way through ravine. I'm going to get to the cave. I'm going to see if I left notes. Something tells me we didn't find the hammer in Mystery Lake. Or we would have went to the Muskeg. Because I know getting the forging done was important, but we were also having trouble finding saplings. So when we managed to get saplings down and get the forging done in DP, Desolation Point, this is where it's kind of turned us around. If you didn't see last episode, this is where we had the deer boxed in here, and it was running back over this hill, and my pitiful aim was good enough to hit the deer, but not good enough to kill it. And I shot it once, and it ran off, and we couldn't chase after it. I had to go warm back up, and I started to leave again because I wasn't going to waste the time on it, and it ran past us again. And I got a second shot at
This
it.
pack is getting kind of heavy.
And we missed again. Well, we hit it, and we didn't take it down. I was just very disappointed. Then we found it on the hill in a place we couldn't take it full advantage of it, so we didn't get to harvest the whole thing. But we did get most of the meat. It's like 8.9. We got 8 of it, so we did take advantage of most of the food portion of it. All right, Astrid. Don't look down. Yeah, you're a little cold, but actually we're doing pretty good on temperature. You're not dropping very quickly. All those repairs and that hungry stomach of yours. I think the ability that once we got to the point where we could build those boots and the rabbit mittens, that helped us. I think once we get some either I think the bear is going to be the better way to go for sure. As you say, if we gather up wolf coats, or wolf pelts, but they run away from us. They're probably harder to hunt than most anything. I think we could ambush a bear. If anything, I was thinking like the one in Milton that walks on the bridge. We could hide in the car. And then the one in Mystery Lake, if you get the one on the lake, we could hide in one of the fishing huts and just be patient. Broken Railroad would also be another good one. You could literally hide in their bear cave. Just quietly perched. A hot fire? You want a hot fire? I'm just glad we're spending some time outside, Astrid. Cabin fever thing is such a pain. There we go. Another one over here.
I can't feel my hands.
All right, let's go see if the back of the cave is warm. Maybe we can even... we could go to Bleak Inlet
Feels like
via
night is
the...
coming.
Oh, we got some animal fat in here from last time we were hanging out. How about we drop the rest of it? We'll make this a place to hang out and chew the fat, so to speak. Alright, what can we do here that can help our plight? How much to repair those? Ooh, 27. I'll take 27. There you go. What are we looking at now? We finally... We're up to 22. That's not bad. You know what? I know we're already overweight. Ugh. I'm going to go ahead and take that with us. If I can attach the rope. I don't think I'm going to change my mind. I don't think we're going to go into Upper Bleak. But... we'll have this thing ready to go should we decide to go that route. Because with the passive wildlife, the Timberwolves will leave us alone. And we can get the code for the mill. Finally watched somebody do that and found out what I was doing wrong. Wasn't hitting at the right angle. Alright. Take your feathers. But I don't want to touch the deer carcass if we don't have to. Okay. I like it. I think we'll stay the night here. We need to get rid of the cabin fever. We need to look at our notes and see if we left any notes about where we've been and where things are at. I think there were some simple skins available in or around Mystery Lake that I'm not overly worried about. With the combat pants, especially 2 pairs of combat pants, I'm not too worried about making, oops, let's go grab this, any of the deerskin pants. I think we'll just not worry about that. I may drink some of this tea, though.
I could eat anything right now.
Well, guess what? I have something you can eat here in a bit. You just gotta cook it. We forgot to put the rope down. Oh well. We'll leave it in this cave. Forgot to leave it behind. I was too busy looking for birch bark and completely forgot about the rope. I know, you're cold, you're hungry, you're tired. Hello, dear. Alright, we're not doing that again. I completely changed the episode last week. We haven't even cooked properly. I see snowfall. See what? Let's get in here. Starting to cool down. Let's get this fire lit.
Starting to feel numb.
More animal fat. Try it without the oil. There we go.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Very good. Nicely done. We're doing... Okay, we're good on water. We're going to need some more fuel for this fire. Warm up a little bit. There we go. I would assume now the back of this cave is warm too. Yeah, the fire maybe. Hoping we can sleep here. Keep eating it, Astrid. Keep eating it. Minute on the lips. Weighs nothing on your hips. Cuz Kane. Tell you what. Need something to do to warm up. Perfect. Right. This is good. That's our backup. All right, I'm gonna venture out here into the cold and lonely in the deep dark night. Gather up some more birch bark, grab some more sticks. Not the greatest stick gathering event, but we did get some sticks.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
All right, Astrid. Tell you what. Have a drink. But not a full drink. For 19 minutes. Don't have any more cloth? No. That's because we failed those rounds. Okay. Still at 22. How about some more? Oh, do. A couple more birch teas. Is it that boring? Huh? But we're getting so much done, Ashley. Being very productive. It's going to be very stormy. Make some water. Replace all that tea with. There we go. Okay, that fire's gonna work. Drink one of those. Weather change again. It just cycles so quickly. Alright, so we're gonna get these two cooked. I think I'm gonna drink another tea right before we go to sleep. That'll give us a little bit of a boost. See if we can get that health bar up a little bit.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Yeah, we're working on it, Astrid. We're working on it. About an hour. Future me will appreciate that. We've got time to cook more water, so. Eat that.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Okay, we'll leave one meat, one water behind. How much time we got in this fire? You know what? I'll leave 2 water behind.
I am so thirsty, I can't think straight.
Really? How about now? You thirsty now? Not gonna drink it all. Alright, before we start become so tired that we lose health. Although the birchbark tea should be combating
If I can
that.
drop any of this gear.
Almost. We're not quite there yet. Alright, I'm gonna drink one more of these. And I'm gonna sleep for 6. Hey. It's a foggy day. So we got 4 plus 1. Let me drink one more birch. Let's sleep for 4 more. Windy but clear. We're not quite. Okay, what? Drink one more of those. Let's give ourselves that little boost here. And I'm going to sleep for 1 more hour. If this wind dies down. And on cue. All right. Tell you what else
This
future
pack
me
is
is going to
becoming
leave
heavy.
behind. 2 matches. Oh, you know what else we should leave here? I'm sure we've got one we can leave. Here. 25% torch. One coal. There we go. Future me might appreciate that. Alright. We are fairly good on water. Keep eating these smaller, lower condition things. I brought oats with me. Okay. Oh, I know what we were going to do. I know what we were going to do before we get cold. Before we get cold. Notes. Bedroll at Trappers, pry bar at the dam. Okay. Left ourselves just stellar notes. Probably don't even need to pry bar. Makes me wonder if the dam has the hammer in it. Alright. Not seriously cold, but a little bit cold. Depending on where we are in the wind. Oh, did we leave the rope behind? We did not. I wonder why we're overweight. Carrying this thing around. 5-kilo monstrosity. Alright, I could have done this better, but nevertheless, here we go. There we go. Now you're practically sprinting. Hello, birch bark. Liking that health bar. We're not quite there yet, but we're making some strides towards getting there. Let's hope Mystery Lake proves to be fruitful. Alright, I know it's like a really good part of the day. Oh, good lord, they still scared me. Even though I knew they were going to run. Just that noise. Wasn't even thinking about them, and then that little snort. Alright, I know this could probably bite me in the behind here. Because the weather again is changing. I need to warm up anyway. think we may do is lighten the load here a little bit. So what can we drop? Drop this for sure. I'm gonna keep the torches just in case. I'm not carrying around excess clothes, am I? Just the crampons. Okay. We're pretty light. Pry bar right there. Everything's empty. Really? It's gonna be that. Oh, that's snow coming through. I was like, that's an unusual light coming from somewhere. Alright, so. So we haven't properly searched the dam? Apparently not. Okay, I'm not going to spend a ton of time going through every cabinet. Kind of on a mission. I would assume in our trip through Mystery Lake we were looking for the hammer. But one of the places that gets overlooked is that it can be hiding in the dam. And it can be hiding in the lower dam. In a very unusual spot, and I hadn't realized that this spot existed until recently watching Archimedes play. He was doing a tournament thing and he was trying to get it all lined up, but the hammer was right here, tucked underneath this cart. I don't see it there now, but I'm going to go ahead and go all the way to the entry point to the dam. Because the hammer could be down there. Oh, good. Hey, you know what? We may need a mega torch. I can change torches here. I had no idea it would spawn there. You know, it used to be always like under here stuff, and they put it in that little cubby. So we got tools here, but they're I'm not going to worry about all these lockers. Coffee? No? Sewing kit. No cooking pot. Take the leather. Don't have the key for that. More leather. Alright, let's get out of here. Kind of a side trip, but nevertheless, one of the places that the hammer can spawn. That's kind of not in a normal place.
This stuff will come in handy.
Not that anything is like normal above anything else, but it's just one of those places that's like not any place I've ever looked before. So it was unique. One of the wonderful things about watching other people play, because somebody will run into something that you don't know, and then through fate and karma, then you end up helping them find something they didn't know. That's why the community is so fun. Even when there is competition, it's very, very mild. It's more bragging rights than anything, and nobody really gets all up in arms. All right, Astrid. I need to figure out where the bears are. Let's see if one other thing is over here. Sometimes the lantern's right there. No, it's not. Okay. Grab your stuff. Let's go.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Have a sip of water. Don't gulp it. Well, there's a campfire down there, so we took that deer when we were here. Here are the ptarmigans. That was the other thing I was just about ready to talk about. I was going to say that this also brings us into ptarmigan country, where you don't get them on the coast. So coming inland helps us possibly get that. Maybe we could even go so far as to make some fire hardened arrows, even if it's just 3 of them. We could pick off a couple of ptarmigans, build us that other insulation wrap, find the bears, either I didn't see the bears or I didn't bother to write down notes, which I'm horrible at notes anyway, but that would have been a good one. Whimper, whimper, whimper. We've been in here? No, but I'll tell you what. I'm going to leave that there with the door open. You know, as many times as we have podcast discussions about things you'd add, things that you would, maybe change or whatever. Something just kind of struck me right there, and I haven't heard anybody say it before. And not that a lot of people use the spray paint, but you have the ability to use charcoal in order to sketch maps. It would be interesting with all these bunkers and stuff where they have all these chalkboards if you couldn't run across chalk. And then you could draw on some of these wooden doors and stuff to say that you've been in. That is a ptarmigan. Do we have a rock? We do have a rock. Oh, we were badly aimed. Oh well. It was a long shot. Could have used a bow and arrow, but want to use the good arrows. Feathers? No? Just one? Wait, there we go. Don't be stingy, fellas. So instead of having to drag out this can of spray paint and mark a building, whatever, just a simple... Could be something very interesting for the Black Frost deal, especially if you're playing a multiplayer, and if they build it in such a way where your party can get separated. Maybe too much to ask to have like a proximity chat so that you only hear each other when you're close enough. And so like if you get separated or you die and you use your cheat death / will to live and you end up spawning back at where you started and your team is halfway across the map, and you have to find them. They have to choose whether they want to go back for you and use the resources, or you have to risk yourself. But you could leave notes behind. Maybe, like, stick a note to a door. Hey, we continued west towards the mountains, or... Hello, camp office. Look at you guys. We did find birch. We got lots of arrows to make. We have the same simple tools. Let's drop these ones. Another hook. Guts and feathers. Okay. Fantastic. Didn't need to bring this with me, but I'll keep it on me for the moment. We have the frying pan. Grab that. We were just talking about you. Improvised notes. That would be like an interesting thing. So like chalk, pen and paper, pencil, messages in the snow. All would be interesting. All right, I'm going to sneak out here and see if the bear is here. And if not, I may just go sneak over towards... Maybe go to Trappers. Very nice day. A little foggy, but we're warm. We're barely losing any temperature. In fact, I'm curious. It's -3, so we are just barely cold. Now, would we be so lucky with Mr. Bear over here? Finding the bear over here would be great. Hey, look, you left stuff behind. It's funny, watch time, it's probably not nearly as long from when we were here to coming back, but reality time is a lot different than watch time, because a lot of times I'll get a weekend where I have an extra day off and I'll record 4 of these kind of back to back, which works really good for when you're doing it. But then you go to record again 2 weeks later and you haven't remembered anything you did. Okay, if the bear is here, he's hibernating. We are so warm, we're just going to keep going. Shadows are drawing in over on the right on the hillside. See them ticking. Not a lot of deer out here. Yeah, like the spray paint, you could leave arrows. Tell somebody this is the direction you went. You know, chalk. I think it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Because early access is definitely going to be more about mechanics and that. But the fact that they're doing it on Unreal 5, there's going to be a lot of things that were not able to be done in this game that are going to be able to do. You're going to have a lot more features available to them. Uh-oh. Not supposed to snow. There's no need to ruin my warm day. We made so much progress. Bunker down here, right? There it is. Just gonna take a quick peek. I don't know. I don't remember if we poked our head in here or not. And if we did, it's empty. Doesn't say discovered. But seeing how I brought this along, I'll spray it on the snow because it's more permanent that way. There. case in a month I come back over here thinking, hey, did we check this? Start doing a better job of marking what has and hasn't been looked at. About notes, I ought to be at least good at spray painting. Alright. I'm not going to worry about this cave down here. Ooh, hey, hello, Birch. We'll take you. See how we're going to be losing arrows left and right. Oh, sorry. The whole chalk idea was just boring. I'll have to bring that up in the podcast. I always like to throw out these ideas into the ether. Because the audience is always good about... Oh, I didn't do a very good job at that, but... No, the audience is really good about giving you instant feedback on things like that. So I like to throw these ideas out there. See how it floats. And again, going back to the early access thing, it'll be interesting to see if we can make suggestions like that, if people are into that. So
I'll do anything for a drink right now.
how about we eat one of these? In fact, how much more of that do we have? One more. Let's just eat that now. And then get a drink. There you go. We'll head to Trappers.
That smarts a bit.
It's not like you're going to have walkie-talkies. You're not going to be able to communicate very well. And you see it in a lot of apocalyptic type movies where they leave notes places. You know, like families trying to leave a note for another family if they happen to pass by here. Stuff. You see it a lot in like Left 4 Dead. You're in the safe houses and... I want to say I saw it in The Last of Us, too. Could be completely wrong about that. I've never played that. I've only watched people play it. But I know I've seen it in other... I can't think of any other games off the top of my head, but I know I've seen it in other games where there's, like, message boards. Mass Effect does it. There's like a place on the Citadel, one of the hangars, where all the refugees are in, I think, Mass Effect 3. And there's like a area where there's messages pinned up. So it'd be kind of interesting to see a message area in Harmont for families. And then the other thing would be, you know what? We are cold. Get cold quick there, Astrid. Let's duck in here real fast. Instead of taking a ton of damage. Let's sneak in here. Let's warm up. You spent all that time getting your health back. Not going to go far. I thought maybe just with this light here, maybe we'd get a piece of coal or two. But nope. All right, let's warm up. Still got plenty of food for a couple of days. I was hoping we get lucky and see the bear. I don't know if I've seen a bear, period. So now I'm starting to wonder. I may have to go back and look at the code. Maybe run the code and see if the bears are on. Maybe I'm misremembering something. There we go. We can harvest in the dark. This would make a really good case to go to HRV. We've got the hatchet,
First aid soon.
so we can get to the signal fire. And maybe get the satchel. That'd be amazing. Yeah, look at this. We're not even that cold. I just wasn't paying attention. Well, well, well. Here, well, I was going to run, but we're overweight.
That smarts a bit.
Oh, we got a sprain. Never mind. It's the sprain that's key. Thought we were encumbered. All right, trappers. Tell you what, I'm going to sleep for like 4 hours. Get rid of the sprain. And if it's not freezing cold outside, oh, what a pretty night. It's cold, but okay, I'm going to take advantage of how clear it is. Try to get over to the little cabin. Come on, Win. You're going to ruin this for me, aren't you? All right, never mind. Yeah, look at the wind. Going right at it. TLD heard my plan and went, not today. Not going to pull this off. It was so still. All right, fine. I was trying to get something accomplished. All right. Eat. Drink. And be merry in your dreams. "42 days. Coldest part of the day. It's foggy. Maybe we can do this now. Do a few quick steps here and see if that doesn't help cover the ground a little bit faster. Keep us from freezing to death. My curiosity was if the bear was on No Name Pond. Didn't see it on the lake. Yeah, see that guy laying over there on your left? didn't make it because his fire wasn't hot enough. So just keep going. Hello, dear. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that. Windows got upset with me spamming the keys is what I was doing. Essentially, I was hitting this sprint key just like repeatedly. And so Windows was getting all excited about that. Got to turn sticky keys off. Oh, we're going to get cold. Astrid, we're going to get cold.
Sure getting cold.
Bear? Hello, bear. Are you over here? The bear is here. Okay, that's good news. It's the first one we've seen that I can recall. So I'm glad I kept going. I don't know if we're going to get a shot off on him. Where is he?
It's a goddamn freezing.
I know, we need to warm up. Come on, Astrid, let's go. Get in here. Well, that's the best news I've had. I'm starting to worry whether or not we even had a bear. I sleep for an hour. That'll warm us up. I don't know if it'll reset the bear, take the bear away, but nevertheless. Get a drink. We have to make some water. All right. We don't have a lot of time, but let's do this real quick here. We know that hunting the bear is going to be essentially getting off a quick shot and finding him later. Let's see if he reset. He's somewhere in the around the pond. This is where archery level 5 is going to come into play. Unless he's asleep. That would be amazing. There he is. I was going to say, I don't hear him. All right, let's see if we can get a shot off, and then next episode will be all about finding the bear. See if we can sneak up on him. I can hear you, bear. This is the most aggressive bear hunt I've ever done. I can hear you. Are you coming my way? Want to get...
Looks like a new day is dawning.
Trying to get behind him so he doesn't see me. See, this is going to be... Once you get to level 5... That was easy enough.
I can't feel my feet.
Okay. Guess what we're doing tomorrow, gang? Alright, I'm going to go back to the deal here. This will be our save point. We need to warm up. And we're going to go pack up a bear. Hooray!
Damn.
I hate to say this, but that was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Not just necessarily one shot, one kill, but we were able to get up on him closer, so. All right, well, next episode, harvest the bear, cook the bear. Maybe we'll have cooking level 5 by then. So, yes, we know what we're doing in the next episode. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.